All right, good evening, folks. Here we go. We got to turn down for what here tonight? Thanksgiving special race. Yeah, going to be a good one here. Talladega 100 laps. Qualifying's underway right now. Well, get you prepared, get set, get everything going. Gonna step away, get the national anthem playing here for you, folks. Stay tuned. We got a good one here for you.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, here we go. Qualifying's coming down to a close. Everybody's getting set here. Right now, Justin, hey, he's going to be the man up top right now. So it's the annual Thanksgiving here. If I turn down for what? Let me hear how everything sounds. Who you rooting for? And who you got? Got a good field here tonight. And you know, there's a lot of things I say about Talladega. One being is it's usually not if, it's when the big one's going to happen. Plus with that, you also have the fact of it's qualifying. Yeah, it can be important. All right. But qualifying isn't the be-all, end-all. You can win from anywhere from this place. So we'll have to see how that transpires as we're getting set here to go. What's up, Cody, man? How you doing? Let's go, Justin, huh? I hear you. Got Justin on your radar there a little bit. We got them gridded up here. Going to be 100 laps. And, you know, one of the most important things, another thing that we really should bring up and talk about is the fact of being patient. You know, you want to be patient. You want to kind of just be calm, cool, you know? Sure, you can get in this thing and real easily get in here and just kind of, I don't know, get yourself in trouble. Got a lot of Justin fans out there. It's Anu Sagak. Anna Sagak. Anu Sagak. Can we just say Justin Ann? Can't go that route. Oh Lord, I'm gonna tell you. Yeah. Maybe it might be better if we just go that route. That might be the better one to do. But hey, he's got a fan club. I appreciate it. Straight out of Alaska. Are you in Alaska? No way. You said straight out of Alaska. I think I've ever had anybody, man, actually watch a stream from Alaska. I mean, I've had them from UK, across seas and a lot. I've ever had anybody from Alaska. You know, obviously we get a lot of Canadians and stuff, but if you are in Alaska, or you just got your name Alaska, is it cold? I know they said something I actually was reading the other day, bringing that fact up, before we get started here, Green. I was reading the other day that they are going to, that they're not going to see a sunset or sun until about January or February of next year. So they're in that, something like that. That's where Justin is also. Oh wow. Okay. Throwing the yellow flag for some reason. I don't know why. 28 degrees Fahrenheit. Wow. 25. Woo. That is awesome, man. That's the first, I think, here for the channel, and I appreciate y'all tuning in as we're getting set here to not go green. Not sure why we went yellow, but we didn't go green. But that is a first for the channel. I do appreciate it. I think, I don't think I've ever had anybody watch from Alaska, so there you go. First time for everything. Caution being thrown here. We're going to go green flag. I'm not quite sure what they're doing. Maybe relining them up a little bit here. Oh, there's a turkey truck. In the turkey truck. That's Giovanni Klein in a turkey truck. Check him out. Watch, he's got a turkey on the back. You'll see it here in a second. Look at that. I know, great sound effects, huh? Rooting for your boy, Justin. That's good. I always like the family members coming out, too. By the way, they're straight. So definitely appreciate everybody. He's starting on pole. I talked about it before. Go, Tim. Hey, there you go. Other one's up in here. Heck yeah. I talked about it before. Qualifying. Some guys like to stay up front here at Talladega. It's a plate track race. With 100 laps, I think the number one key thing to remember is it's going to be patience. You've got to be there at the end to win it. And very quickly you can get caught up in a mess here. Well, I think all in all, as we go green, is just to be patient and see what happens. But here we go. Pace cars in. We're going green here tonight. Thanksgiving special. Turn down for what? Green flies, Talladega style.
Green, green, green. The yellow flag is out.
Oh, and yellow already out. Oh, we don't get a lap in it and we already got a wreck. Well, let's see what happened back here in the back. Little checkup, nobody went, and then he back up on the track. Why? I have no clue. Watch it again. Oh, it started by a little checkup in the back. Oh, and we just talked about it. Patience. Patience. I mean, this right here was a little checkup though to start. And right there, he had to get out of it. And then he got bumped. And slid back up the track. Took a few of the trucks with him. Polishing out early. Okay. Lining back up, try again. Go, Groff. Tim, let's see where he's starting out here. Let's look see what Tim we got here. So I'm taking you're talking about Timothy Groff here. Hope I said his last name right. He riding in it. Number 96. There you go. 10 Racing Collectible. TRC Inc. Nothing but sports. There we go. Old Jim Dada. Jim, a good truck right there. You got Josh out front. Gonna line these things back up here, see if we can't get a good restart here. Go back to that. Patience, patience. Patience, patience. What's that song? They had that old song back in the day. Patience. Who sung that song? Was that the Guns N' Roses? Might have been. I don't know. Back in the day. Back in the day. Okay. Sitting up here. Who's ready for Thanksgiving, by the way? Got all, you got all your stuff ready? Anybody gonna do any Black Friday shopping? Anybody got any Black Friday deals? Black Friday's not like what it used to be. It's not. It's nothing like what it used to be. Used to, man, that people be killing each other over deals. Now you just go online and get them. It's almost like that midnight release of gaming back in the day. You'd stand outside, long line. Now you just get it online. Waiting to line these babies back up here. Going Talladega style. Guys, I got to get a waiver around. That's what's happening. I'm pretty ready for Thanksgiving. Got a pretty good week coming up here. We got really just one more race after the night for this week. So really kind of an off week. So to speak. Gotta be busy though next week. As we should have
not going green.
Actually, I think we head off into December, don't we? Yeah. The next week, not this Monday, but we have the next Monday and the next Tuesday. And then we have a special race next Thursday. 3-day week next week. Not quite sure if I got anything on Sunday though. All right. Now we got the lights off on the pace truck. We'll get it back here green. Well, light's still on the pace truck. Trying to line it back up here, fellas. Maybe the lights will go off this time. There we go. Quite sure about that lining up order in the back there. Sure what these guys are doing. Single filing it back here in the back. They're going, we're going to play it safe. All right, Josh Justin up front here. Getting set to go back green. Can get a couple laps in this place. A little bit of money on the line here tonight too, by the way. Look at the prize pool here. Check it out right. And just give you a little info on the race here tonight. 70% fuel. They do get 2 extra sets. They get 3 sets total tires, which tires are not going to be very, not going to be the most important thing. 1 fast fixed here. So, sometimes you really need one. Fortunately, some of these guys had to use that already. 3 green, white checkers. And let's see. Okay, the prizes. 25 to the winner. 15 to second, 10 to third. All right. Hey, a little bit of money. A little bit helps. Here we go. Pace truck. Drop it off. Here we go tonight. Turkey time. That's right. Thanksgiving. Race special. Pace truck's in. Taylor. And up front. Like some guys are just going to opt to stay on the single file back there. Green flag, attempt 2 here.
Green flag, green flag.
Racing, Talladega. Don't want to jump too far out there. Them guys may freak train you right back down. A little better start that time. So he's ready for Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving on his. Gobble, gobble. And we'll complete this lap. Taylor's going to lead it. Right along there with Justin Ann along with him. Dada's up there too. Oh, a little blinking. That's not what you want to see, especially as close quarters as these guys are on this track. You do not want to be out there blinking and try to draft behind somebody. Well, normally what I'd like to see is a little bit of what I call textbook style drafting, about a hood, half a hood car length off of someone. Way too early to get up there and start doing bump drafting, especially in the turn, tri-ovals. That's where you get in trouble. So, to me, getting up here, man, starting all the bump drafting or putting your foot up, yeah, you can see that blinking. That is not what you want to see. That 51 behind him there, and Raymond, you don't want to see that thing, see him blink. He's up there trying to draft. He blinks. He'd actually get up a little bit too close. Next thing you know, it'd be inside of him and end up in an accident. Not a good feeling. They storm off down the back stretch. Taylor and company right there, the 2x2, nose to tail. Like I said, you just want to be patient. Some of the guys, they're not on the back bumper. Definitely way too early to be up there push drafting in the turn. Hey, on the last lap coming out, forget about it. 3 wide in the back, though. They really early for the 3 wide. How many of you folks out there, man, like doing some iRacing? Got Paul Witt right there, too. So it's actually Dalen Chappell who's the one actually trying to bring that high side to life with a 3 wide move. Got something gaming on the side there. You can't get an out look at it. Pizza and Wings Gaming. Says subscribe. I don't know if that's their YouTube or not, but I guess do a search, Pizza and Wings, and go subscribe. Oh, 3 wide. Woo. You can do it here, but you are really, I mean, it is early. Yeah, the 51 said, you know what? Raymond says, yeah, y'all can have that. And to me, I'm with him. It is way early to be doing it. Looks exciting from our standpoint. Very nerve-wracking as a driver, though. Yeah, the 51 says y'all can have at that. 3x3 coming to the line. It's going to be a drag race of who's going to lead it. Is Taylor going to be able to hold on? Jim Dada's right there along with it. Looks like Taylor's going to get it by a nose. Now they're coming up on a lap truck, and there's nothing that lap truck can do. He can't go high, he can't go low, not with him coming up on him 3 wide. Maybe get on the apron, but that's about it. That's where it gets a little bit sketchy at, too, is when you come up on a, lap machine. I don't know where they catch him. That's a good job by the lap machine there. He saw they were coming up 3 wide, which kind of really was bad on the lap trucks parked there. You can't go below the line now. Still 3 wide up front. Well, they're making it exciting. I'd be up there gritting my teeth, though. I don't know about. I think I'd be up here gritting my teeth. Still shooting off down that back stretch. Taylor gets a good push from the 88 there of old Justin. Comes to 29 though. He's going to sneak her on down there on the inside. Who is the 29 machine, by the way? Yeah, that's probably a lap truck. That's a lap truck, yeah. Mike Allen, first one lap down. He's trying to see if he can't get back on the tail of the lead lap and maybe get a caution, but they are still 3 wide. Woo. What do? Nail biter here. Boy, this is jumbled up style racing. Pizza and wings. It's a podcast and gaming. Okay. I might have to look them up, by the way. Pizza and wings. Man, let's look them up. Look them up. I think I found it. Yeah, you have to do a Pizza and Wings podcast. That's what it's called. Search that up on YouTube. Well, they come to line 3 wide. All right, we're still 3 wide. You got Taylor and company in. Oh, a little close right there. Well, them 2 guys, man, they almost got into it. Side drafting here does play a little factor. Ooh, what do y'all think about this racing so far? I mean, this right here, this is definitely not being patient. This is what you call. Now, okay, this is what this is kind of patient aggressiveness. We'll say it that way. They are being patient when it comes to the draft. As far as the 3 wide part, no. But as far as drafting, yes. They do look very patient drafting wise. Hey, check out the Chip Ahoy machine right there. He got the Cookie Monster on the front. He's ready for some. Oh, there's another Pizza and Wings truck. They're teammates. You know they loving it. Trying to push that thing to the front there, the 84 machine. That's Klein. Feel that 29 down on the bottom. Oh, that's what I'm talking about right there. Uh-oh. Yeah, got a little gun ho. Well, that was close. But let me tell you, if they wreck up here in the front, we could see a total takeout of the field. I mean, you know, we always talk about it's not if, it's when the big one happens at Talladega or Daytona. Right here is definitely a recipe for that. Gives you a good fan perspective of what you see in the crowd as they storm all past the line. Taylor's still leading. Taylor seems like he's one of those who likes the strategy of staying up front. Some guys like that. Some want to get back in the back. You saw the 51 truck there earlier. He says, I'm dropping out of that. Guys, y'all can have at that 3 wide up front stuff. As they hit down that back stretch, you can still see them. Good shot. Heading off into 3 and 4. Coming out of 3 and 4. They're coming up on another lap machine. They might catch him down the straightaway here. We'll get the Blimpy cam. Blimpy. Everybody likes Blimpy. One of them happy words. Can't be mad, say Blimpy. It just don't work. See what happens when they do catch this lap truck. Catch him in a turn, that might be bad. They catch him on the back stretch, he'll be able to drop down the apron. Get out the way. Well, he's got to be looking in the rearview mirror and going, you got to be kidding me. I got like a whole slew of them. Is he going to get out the way? Oh, he got out the way right in time, too. Right there. Yeah, good job. Good awareness. Another lap machine. Couple of them. Now they're breaking up the 3 wide back up front here. Still a lot of racing left here. Pit stop should be coming up here pretty soon though. Whoa, truck around! Uh-oh. Are you kidding? That was not a wreck. Wow. Oh, let's go back and watch this again. That 0-0, he got awful shaky. That was nearly disastrous right here, watching this replay. He went down, he's splitting it 3 wide, and he just got pinched a little bit. Yeah, almost lost it, and you want to talk about the save of the night. Wow. I want to give him that one. Woo. It'll break the field up a little bit though. That's the unfortunate part. But that right there, holy moly. That'll wake you up. They still 2x2 up front, Taylor and company. That's what I'm saying, Cody. Wows. That was the save of the night. Pit stops though, a couple guys coming in. So that's what I was figuring, maybe some pit stops are going to happen. So you see a lot coming in the back now. Front runners. There's old Mike Papa Campbell out there. Out front. He the one in the, no, he's not the cookie machine. We're here tonight for the turn down for what? Thanksgiving special race here. Hope everybody's ready for the turkey day coming up this week. I like a hammy ham myself. I'm a hammy ham person. Who out there likes turkey though? Got a cookie monster out front. That's one of them. Looks like a lap down machine though. Who's driving the cookie machine here? Let's see. Oop. Front runners coming on pit road. So it looks like scheduled pit stops here. That's John Osborne, the 94 truck. Sporting the cookie machine. Chip ahoy. We're gonna hope they get back on the lead lap here. Pit stops underway. here tonight. We had an early caution early on start. Been clean and green though. We just had a little bit of a hiccup on the track there with the 00. He had a kind of a scary moment. Well, still Jim out front along with Bailey. And I think this the rest of the pack's going to come on pit road here. Surprising though on these pit stops, 12-second one, which that's still not in the territory of 4-tire stops. You will not see too many 4-tire stops here tonight. As Bradford's coming on, you know, you don't want to get stuck all alone coming down the pit road here. Coming out of pit road by yourself is not how you want to spend the night. So far, good race. Good race. Good race. Bailey there with him. So we had a lot of pit stops already. A lot of 2-tire pit stops, and that's what you'll kind of see throughout the night here. Unless it's a caution, then you might see some 4-tire tires. Go 96. Who's in a 96 machine? We'll get you an update on where he's at. Let's see. Timothy Groff. Ooh, he wants to get hooked up with somebody. That's not what he wants, to be out there by himself. It'd be like a big anchor dropping in water. Yeah, that's a tough feeling right there when you're all alone. No help on a plate track. Yeah, not the way he wants. Maybe him and the 03 there can hook up, get a little draft going. Definitely don't want to. Looks like, yeah, he's going to bump him in the back. Say, okay, me and you are going to hook up here. Need a little help. 2's better than 1 at least. More the merrier, but you at least want some help here on the plate track. Meanwhile, we're back up here again, side by side. Zane Bailey, that 20 machine out front with Jim Dada. Wesley Napper, right? Campbell right there in the 4th. Taylor, he's up in the 5th. Nathan Lamon, 6th place. Justin Dan right there in 7th. Mike Miller, he's in 8th. Old Snyder 9th. And Old Klein rounds the top 10. Still a 2x2. Everybody's made their pit stops. First ones of the night. First official green flag pit stop, that is. Solid race so far it has been. Very calm. Had some 3 wide racing there earlier, so good excitement happening. At the Thanksgiving special here. Oh, never mind. Turn around. Hit hard. That's Jim Dada. Whoa. And we're going to go back and watch it. Caution out, but I guarantee you, bump draft going wrong in a turn or something. I don't know. He's right behind the 20. In that 053 machine, let's see what happened. He might have got the apron. See what happened to him. Oh, him and the outside truck just got together. Wow. Like tried to do a little side drafting, and next thing you know, booyah. Not today. Unfortunately, Jim Dada smashing the outside wall. Puts us under caution. Well, with that caution, I tell you what, folks. Step away, take a quick commercial break. Be right back.
And then if you want to, just a little bit about how the foundation helped you.
You know, I was in a pretty serious deal, as most people know about. It's a pretty tough deal, very traumatic for my family. A lot of stuff that we went through that people would never understand. Without the assistance from the Steve King Foundation and several other donors as well, we could have come out of that thing in financial ruin. But it just takes a lot out of your family just to go through rehabilitation, all the medical bills. There's so many hidden expenses and stuff that you would never know about until you actually get involved in something like that. And even if you help somebody out with 500 or 1,000 or 100, whatever it is, it means a ton to the person, just to be able to live and to get through these things. It takes an ungodly amount of money, time, effort, patience, with the families, the doctors, to be able to get through a traumatic experience. And, with the Steve King Foundation, that makes everything a lot better.
Hi, I'm Blaine Smith, the Executive Director of Team Red, White, and Blue, and I wanted to take a minute just to welcome you on board and let you know that we're proud to have you as a new member of our team. This short video is a way for us to give you an idea of what you can expect from your experience at Team Red, White, and Blue, and also what we expect from you in return. Something that's really, really important to the fabric of our organization is our Eagle ethos. It's just 6 words, but they mean a lot to us, and they guide us in all we do. Those 6 words: passion, positivity, people, commitment, camaraderie, and community are more than just organizational values. They're what we're all about and what we strive to work for in all of our programs and in every single one of our interactions. The next thing I want you to know is that we are an inclusive organization by design. We're open to veterans of all eras, of all ages, branches of service, combat experience, as well as active duty service members, their families, their friends, and just supportive members of the community that come out and take part in our mission. Every single person is important to what we do. All are welcome, and we look forward to seeing you all out there.
There's an immeasurable bond that forms when you join the service. You'll do anything to protect and defend those at your side, and pushing the limits of your well-being is all just part of the job. But when this shared experience ends, it's easy to carry that mission-first mindset with you and neglect your own health and mental fitness. Team Red, White, and Blue understands these challenges and knows that together we can show veterans that their best days are ahead by providing opportunities to build healthier lifestyles right where they live and work. Through races, service projects, workouts, and a cutting-edge mobile app, our members develop a sense of camaraderie and mutual support. With a growing force of over 200,000 strong, we invite all veterans, families, and non-military supporters to start putting their well-being first. Team Red, White, and Blue is forging America's leading health and wellness community. Will you join the team?
All right, we're back. Here we go. Getting set. Lights off on the pace truck. Got a little quick caution right there. Saw him. Jim took a little spin. Was able to stay on the lead lap. That actually helped out a couple drivers out there. Most notably, remember we were talking about Tim was in trouble? Well, that caution right there definitely helped him because he got him caught back up to the pack. I mean, still back in 30th, but not too bad here for a plate style race here tonight. With a turn down for what? Thanksgiving. Turkey special here. Talladega style. All right, pace truck dropping off. Go back.
Green flag, green flag.
Back green, Talladega. Campbell out front. Don't want to get too much of a jump here. They will come back slingshotting right by you again. Remember earlier we had some 3 wide action. Bailey and company up front. Here comes old Samuel Ark. He's going to bring the high line to life. Looks good in his truck there too. Got a pusher right behind him. That's Justin. Justin and Taylor looks like two that want to stay up front. You got Bailey, Campbell. Now we talk about guys with strategy. The different strategies of plate style racing. Some guys just love to stay up front more than others. And they're back at it 3 wide again. He got a lonely truck up there. He's going to need some help. Don't know why he would have jumped to that outside. That's actually Jacob Palmer. Here he's got a little bit of help coming up there with the 00 machine. Of Wiggett. Oh, never mind. We got a big one. Wow. Holy cow. We got trucks everywhere. Let's go and see if we can't sort this one out. We're right here with Mike Miller. Yeah, a little bump drafting going on up there. And then from there, you got the big one. Back one more time. Yeah, a little side drafter from the 28, it looks like. Shot him down into the 71 there. And then from there, just chaos. That's what I was talking about, that 3 wide early on. It's risk versus reward. And I just still feel like way too early. 3 wide. 39, nowhere to go there too. Look on board here with Paul. And nothing he can do. As I say, it's pacey. Yep, nothing he can do either. Another couple angles here. Coming right through the field, yeah. That's a tough feeling when you just see the whole track blocked. Trying to slow down. Look at the 99. He had it until the 39s come up there and stuffed him in the back. Ouch. Collected a lot of good trucks in that one. 41 came in there hard. A lot of pit stops. Lap 34. Yeah, Timothy got involved with that one too, looks like. Looks like he got hit in the back. And yeah, tore the side of the truck up. So not like the truck behind him just didn't slow up. Oh no, there he is. My bad. Well, he might not have got any damage. Might have got it stopped in time. Might be okay. But all right. Caution. That old saying, cautions breed cautions. looks like top 9 or top 8 did not pit. Remember, they just pitted not too long ago. And you know, that's the thing about here on plate track racing. Pit stops aren't the most crucial thing. As long as you've got enough fuel, you want to stay on, you know, kind of a pit strategy. Tires is not what you're looking at. I mean, obviously under caution you might take 4 tires, but normally you're going to take just 2. Leave it at that. All right, side by side. .28 is good. Do the 28 is. He's not Zane Bailey. 28. Palmer. He's looking good. Truck looks clean anyways. Oh, well that's you, Palmer. I hear you, man. All right, lights off on pace truck, going back green. Turn down for what? Guys definitely haven't turned down the heat on the track. At some point, though, here's the thing: you only get one fast fix. Keep having to use those fast fixes up, you start getting into wrecks. The field will start thinning itself out. What did we say earlier? Got to be there at the end to win it. Get yourself early. Justin out front in this one with Taylor along with it. Here comes Paul Witt, Bailey Dada. That's a couple SRA guys out there. I haven't seen Thomas either in a while. Oh, Thomas is up too. Haven't got to talk to old Thomas. He's a good guy. Side by side. Knopp, Evan. Knopp. Aaron Raymond. Oh, no, Doc Holliday. Go check him out at Doc Holliday on Twitch. He's up 19 spots, man. Oh, Knopp is up 32. That's what I was saying earlier. You'll see so many guys come from the back to the front. That's just plate style racing for you. You know, good old Doc right here. These guys are getting warmed up for their season of the Truck Series starting up on Saturday nights. Little 3 wide action going on back there in the back. Guess they didn't learn from the last time. Patience is the key. He got back down there 2 wide. And nah, not feeling it right now. There you go. Truck sideways. Hold on to it. Whew. Who was that? Like Cole Witt. No, wasn't Cole Witt. There's one of them trucks there in the back though. You had to hang on to that thing. Still a 2x2 race. Justin out front. Witt's along with him. Dada's there too. Been an exciting one here tonight so far. Talladega style. Get in here close to about halfway. Witt storming up front here too. There you go, out front, riding here with Justin. Look behind it. Well, he just sees a full bumper. All he sees here, Bailey. We'll lie along on top of Bailey. Kind of like to see from the end car here. See what they just see. They don't see a lot. That's all they see right there. Nickelodeon truck. Him shot right in front of him. He's being very patient right now with his drafting. Dale. There's the 03 machine right there in front of me. Kevin. Ooh, Campbell. Looks like the 03 says, you know what? Yeah, he's blinking bad. He's going to drop way, way back to the back. If we can't get that thing straightened out a little bit. Meanwhile, still up front. All Justin leading this one. With Dada right there with him. Paul Witt and company. Raymond Taylor. You can see them. They're neck and neck and door to door. Aaron Raymond. Dane Bailey and company. Chase Willis. Evan Knopf, he's right along with them too. Holiday, Snyder. You know, positions wheel just, you know, they'll jump back and forth, the positions wheel. There's another door-to-door. Here we go, Josh Taylor. Let's see if he can't pull this thing off with Mike Miller. And they're back at it 3 wide again. They're going to try it. I don't know. It's, you know, it looks exciting from up here as they go 3 wide. But it is nerve-wracking as a driver. They pulled it off earlier and was able to hang on to it. If they're able to pull it off, oh, the 2 machine jumps up there to see if he can't stop that momentum from the middle groove. He did for just a little bit. That was Josh Taylor. He's able to get a push to the outside. Till the in that top lane right there, drops a little bit of momentum. We'll see if they're able to keep it and get back up there. It takes a little help though. Ooh, they're losing some momentum up top though. Yeah, Evan dropped off. Meanwhile, still Taylor Witt up front. Justin Ann right there along with him. Knopf right there in 5th. Dada, Holiday, Raymond, Campbell, Willis. What you talking about, Willis? Anybody old enough to remember that one? 429 machine right there, Paul Witt. He jumps to the outside. Old Paul Witt jumps to the outside. He's going to leave it to Zane Bailey. Bailey takes it to the top point. So the SRA gang boys up here. Guys up here been showing what it's done. Still a good race though. Getting close to halfway home in this one. Couple more laps. And for the most part, they've been kind of patient. But, you know, I talked earlier, it's kind of a aggressive patientness. A little bit of aggressiveness, but all in all being patient. And now that's not being too patient right there. As I say that, they out here bumping each other in the turns. Not what you want to see. So Jonathan, how you doing out there? Jacob, how's everybody? Let's go golf. Golf, where's he at? Still stuck back here, which, you know, this is smart. I mean, on his end. We've already had a couple cautions. Well, I'd have another one. Don't watch it. We've already had a couple cautions. Might want to just sit back here in the back and ride. No need to push the, you know, the envelope here. Plenty time. So he's still good where he's at. Doesn't have to worry. Sit back here and kind of put it in cruise control. I mean, this is kind of a second pack back here, and they got their own race going on. You see it. You see them 3 wide up there in front. They're 3 wide back in the back. So maybe the safest spot on the track is the last place man right there in the back, because you can see right up here. Look at this madhouse. Wow. Witt's out front and up there. Bailey, Taylor, Dada, and you see them all coming down, storming down the back stretch here. The super stretch here at Alabama. Talladega style. What they used to call that? They called it, I have to look it up now. They named it something, Alabama something, that stretch.
The yellow flag is out.
The Alabama gang super stretch, that's right. Oh, something like that. Oh, we're under caution. Uh-oh. Well, let's go see what happened. And up front. Yeah. Oh, Zane Bailey going for a ride. Wow. Back to see if we can't get another shot on what happened. Yeah, 3 wide. Side drafting, bump drafting. Everything else drafting. Did he get maybe bumped in the wrong time, or? Yep, the 3 wide happened in front of him. Like I said, after they tear up a few of these trucks, use those fast fixes, they're going to probably be going, maybe we wish we probably would have been a little bit less aggressive. See Bailey taking a ride right there, though. Zane. Tumble. And man to 25. Pour up some good ones there. Trucks everywhere. All right, puts us under caution. What do you think? What do you think out there, Dougie? That's a big one, wasn't it? Under caution here. Thanksgiving night here. Well, not Thanksgiving night, but Thanksgiving special here. With the turn down for what? Step away, take a quick commercial break. Be right back.
There's an immeasurable bond that forms when you join the service. You'll do anything to protect and defend those at your side, and pushing the limits of your well-being is all just part of the job. But when this shared experience ends, it's easy to carry that mission-first mindset with you and neglect your own health and mental fitness. Team Red, White, and Blue understands these challenges and knows that together we can show veterans that their best days are ahead by providing opportunities to build healthier lifestyles right where they live and work. Through races, service projects, workouts, and a cutting-edge mobile app, our members develop a sense of camaraderie and mutual support. With a growing force of over 200,000 strong, we invite all veterans, families, and non-military supporters to start putting their well-being first. Team Red, White, and Blue is forging America's leading health and wellness community. Will you join the team?
And then if you want to, just a little bit about how the foundation helped you.
You know, I was in a pretty serious deal, as most people know about. It's pretty tough deal, very traumatic for my family. A lot of stuff that we went through that people would never understand. Without the assistance from the Steve King Foundation and several other donors as well, we could have come out of that thing in financial ruin. But it just takes a lot out of your family just to go through rehabilitation, all the medical bills. There's so many hidden expenses and stuff that you would never know about until you actually get involved in something like that. And even if you help somebody out with 500 or 1,000 or 100, whatever it is, it means a ton to the person, just to be able to live and to get through these things. It takes an ungodly amount of money, time, effort, patience, with the families, the doctors, to be able to get through a traumatic experience. And, with the Steve King Foundation, that makes everything a lot better.
Hi, I'm Blaine Smith, the Executive Director of Team Red, White, and Blue, and I wanted to take a minute just to welcome you on board and let you know that we're proud to have you as a new member of our team. This short video is a way for us to give you an idea of what you can expect from your experience at Team Red, White, and Blue, and also what we expect from you in return. Something that's really, really important to the fabric of our organization is our EAGLE ethos. It's just 6 words, but they mean a lot to us, and they guide us in all we do. Those 6 words, passion, positivity, people, commitment, camaraderie, and community, are more than just organizational values. They're what we're all about and what we strive to work for in all of our programs and in every single one of our interactions. The next thing I want you to know is that we are an inclusive organization by design. We're open to veterans of all eras, of all ages, branches of service, combat experience, as well as active duty service members, their families, their friends, and just supportive members of the community that come out and take part in our mission. Every single person is important to what we do. All are welcome, and we look forward to seeing you all out there.
Alright, we're back. Got Green here too. Got Pacey out front. Raymond along with him. Been a pretty good race so far. Got a little bit of cautions here tonight. Back and forth. Not too bad. 3 wide, but I've talked about it all night long. Patience is the key, and well, risk versus reward when you go 3 wide. That's the unfortunate part about it here tonight. Talladega Thanksgiving special. Turned down for what? Well, wait a minute. Uh-oh. Another truck went flying off the track. Trying to get up with him. That's Paul. and an awesome save. Wow. That wasn't Paul, excuse me, that was Payson. Wow. So they are pushing and shoving. Well, I got up here in last name. Michael?
Yeah, Alan.
Alan. Okay. Mike, I you know, it is Talladega. It's plate style racing. But, you know, you got to be there at the end to win it. And I think, and I always talk about textbook style drafting, usually like a hood, half a hood off. And it just seems like right now, I said earlier, they've got this aggressive patience about them. Want to go 3 wide, want to get up here, push and shove. And it's caused some people.
Yeah, it's pretty tough out there right now, Joe. It's a lot of bumping, and
as you say that,
pushing.
look.
The yellow flag is
Wow.
out.
We got a big one on the track. Well, we were just talking about it. And look what happened. Man, well, let's go back here and watch the replay and just kind of see if we can't break down what happened. Because it actually started off up front there. Josh Taylor, who has been out front most of this race, he's leading it right there. He's in that 2 machine. He's up front. I got a feeling here by just the looks of it, maybe bump draft in the turn. Yep, yeah, I talk about that a lot. Last lap, sure, go at it. Bump all you want, but lap 50, ooh, the 51 came up the track, hit hard there. At lap 50 some, when we're only halfway through, perfect example right here what we're talking about. Just got to be patient. Got to be patient.
He gave him a pretty good bump there, Joe. It looked like he was going to save it at first, but he just that truck just veered to the left there and took out a bunch of good trucks.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I talk about it a lot. I really do. You know, you bump drafting in the turn, through the turn, and the tri-ovals is the most risky part about, you know, drafting at any plate style race. And normally you see that. Now, on the last lap, hey, all fair game and love and racing there. But again, we go back. I mean, we're sitting at lap 54 here, and to me, that's just way, way too early to be that kind of aggressiveness of drafting.
Yeah,
I understand the fast fix, you know, and that now, me personally, I don't know about you, Mike. I love it when they don't have fast fixes. Sometimes, you know, it's a double-edged sword. I get it. But sometimes that calms these guys down out here to know, hey, look, I don't have a free truck.
It does, Joe. It gives you, you know, you got to think you got a fast repair, you know, but when you take that fast repair away, and, you know, I think the guys will think a little bit more because you get wrecked. If you can't fix that truck, you're out, you know, you're out of the race. Yeah. It's a long race here, you know.
It is, you know, I mean, we still got a little bit to go. And what we're starting to see now is attrition, you know, build up. We've seen some guys out here who've had to use your faster. Unfortunately, yourself right there got involved in a wreck, you know, early on. And, you know, once you're out of that fast fix, you're one and done. And I talked earlier, too, here, you know, about strategies of plate racing. But the way they're racing out here tonight, it really doesn't matter about the strategies, because I was watching earlier. You know, they were 3 wide in the front, 3 wide in the very back. You know, you see guys that like to be out front and guys that like to stay in the back. But, heck, if you can't go anywhere, I mean, maybe pit road's the safest place.
Yeah, most times at the place tracks, it's strategies. A lot of times it's shot right out the window, you know.
Oh, yeah, I tell you what.
Sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's good. You know, sometimes the strategy might work. But, you know, other times, you know, the strategy just gets thrown out the window.
It does, you know. I just go back to that, you know, stem off. You got to have that patience. You know, I see it a lot of times, and you know, out here, because you got to be at the end to win it. That's the number one rule. I mean, you got to be there at the end if you want to win this thing. Yes. You know, we're not talking about, you know, stages or anything like that. A little bit of money on the line here tonight. Thanksgiving race here too, with a turn down for what? I mean, it's exciting for us to sit up here in the booth and watch. I know for the viewers out there, it's exciting to watch that 3 wide and, you know, beating and banging going on the track. You know, Hey, we love it. Drivers,
Yep.
though, not so much.
You know, Joe, we got some guys. We got some nice prizes up here for grabs tonight. You know, and
Yeah. saw that.
right at the last moment there, I got a hold of Papa Bear and said, you know what, I'm gonna add to that $25 first place.
Okay.
And I am giving away a brown paper bag full of some surprise NASCAR stuff. So somebody,
Oh,
and
nice,
that's gonna go to the 5th place driver, Joe.
And you know
So-
that it's normally in any other track, you almost can kind of tell who's going to be 5th place. But in a plate track, you just might not never know because they could be side by side coming to the line.
Absolutely.
That's
It's a lot
awesome,
of fun
man.
out there, though. Had a lot of fun out there earlier, though. You know.
Heck yeah. Well, typical plate racing here tonight, folks. Looking pretty strong so far. We've had a lot of 3 wide, 2 wide. Like I say, we got the Thanksgiving special race here tonight. We turned down for what? Are you ready for Thanksgiving out there, Mike?
Yeah, I had a nice little Thanksgiving scheme there, but there's a couple other. Papa Bear's got a nice looking truck. He's his tailgate, the back of his tailgate. I don't know. You zoom in on that. He's got all the leagues he's associated with bringing all these people into this race tonight. So hats off to Mike Campbell. You know.
Might be able to get to the back of his truck here. We'll see. I know we saw one of them out there had the big Tom the turkey on the back. No.
Yeah, that was me. I had an orange truck there, number 29.
Oh, okay. We get old Campbell, like you just said, man, early on here tonight, putting this thing up. What's up, Thomas? How you doing out there? Wish you could have made the race. Yeah, I was talking about it earlier. I said I haven't heard or talked to you in a while. What's going on, Thomas? How you been, man? Haven't got to heard from you in a while. I've just been kind of hanging out, been doing my thing. And
Green
oh no,
flag.
there's the one truck with the 84. He's got a turkey on the back of his truck too. We might be able to see. There you go. That gives you a shot of all the people right there. You go. Sim Racing, Shake and Bake, your tail feathers, turned down for what? Craftsman, just a couple of them that we're reading right off the bat that we can see because he's kind of close enough right now. Green flag! Here we go. We're back at it again. These guys up front. Well, they're going to take it back up here. 2 wide. Dot out front there with Osborne. You got Huntley, Bradford, Palmer, Weaver, Witt and Company. Been doing good. Thomas, I hear you. Hey, I was just talking about I hope everybody, man's ready for Thanksgiving. The Cookie Monster up there. I like that Cookie Monster there, Mike.
Yeah, that's a great scheme, isn't it?
Well, we got a truck going off in the infield there. That's Josh Anderson out there helping out landscaping a little bit. Gonna be able to get that thing back up on the track, but just got it off down there. Gonna lose a lot of spots, unfortunately. Hopefully, he won't lose the draft. And he might lose it, but he might be able to catch that tail end. Meanwhile, back up front, Palmer and Company. You got Dada and Witt there. I will say the SRA boys, man, have shown up tonight.
Yeah, that looked like Mr. Aaron Raymond there, maybe in the 3 truck. Is that who that is?
Which one?
Yellow flag.
That went off the track there a little bit.
Oh, but we got a caution in the back somewhere. All again? Just saying. Back here and check out and see what happened. Oh, Paul just got punched in the back. Yep. Not having a night he wants. Watch it one more time from a different angle here. I think the 84 just caught him. They were just trying to go around, and unfortunate for him there. Not the night Paul wanted to pull that truck up just a little bit. Back under caution.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're a tough one here so far.
Oh, Pacey Wygent there. He got tagged there. It's not right around.
Well, like I said, one or two things going to happen. I'll thin the herd out just a little bit here. we were talking earlier, eventually you're just going to run out of those fast fixes, and that's when you got to be careful.
You know, you're down here at Talladega. You said something there about the draft there a little bit ago. You know, Talladega or, you know, even Daytona, you lose the draft, you're pretty much, you're out there just for a Sunday ride, you know?
Rock in the water.
Yeah, you're just, you know.
Yeah. I talk about it, too, when you go in the pits. You've got to have help going in the pits. Sometimes you get stuck and you go in the pits by yourself. That's a lonely feeling, and almost like what Jacob Palmer right here. But the good thing is, it looks like a couple guys are going to stay out with him. But you see that sometimes, but I've seen pit stops happening. You know, it's just like,
Yep.
Adding 25 to Mr. Campbell's TDFW Thanksgiving. So is that what you said there, Thomas? You're going to add 25 more to it? So that would bring it up to what, 50 plus what Mike is doing with the grab bag goodie? All kinds of stuff. I'm jumping out of the booth going on the track now. I need a couple wave rounds. Get back on the lead lap. I was going to put Palmer out here. You know, we talk about pit stops. You know, Talladega and Daytona are not known for, you know, using the tires up and whatnot. I know you only had 3 sets, but it's not like you're going to see them take 4 tires all the time. It's you could actually almost go the whole entire race without changing tires if you wanted to. They're not going to, but you could essentially. It ain't advisable. 2 tires is usually what you see, unless caution flies, you know. But
right.
Tires is not the biggest issue here. Fuel is the bigger one. Okay, 25 on top of it. Okay, so that brings, just for an update for everybody out there, go back up here and look at my little notes again. That brings the purse from 25 for first to 50 for first. I'm going to still say second's going to stay at 15 and third's going to be 10. But we just heard from Mike up here that the guy who finishes in 5th place here tonight is actually going to give a little goodie grab bag there of some awesome NASCAR merchandise. So that's kind of cool. So a little bit for everybody out there. That's an awesome awesome night of racing. Going to make for a good early Christmas gift.
Absolutely. You know, it gives a nice incentive, Joe. You know.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
When you put that out there, and you know, iRacing credits is nice, but you know, then somebody's going to win a grab bag, you know, some NASCAR stuff. Whether it's it could be 164 scale cars or even a 124 scale.
There you go. Yeah.
I haven't actually decided what I'm going to put in the bag, but it will be some NASCAR stuff. It'll be a surprise.
Yeah, I need to go. I've got out in my building, and I've had this stuff since way back in early 90s.
Yep.
Some of them maybe back in the 80s. I actually have a lot of the posters and one of the clocks of, I don't know if you remember the All-Star race that they did the pictures of the drivers for the All-Star race back in the Winston Cup.
Absolutely.
That had Tim Richmond in it.
Yep.
And obviously Earnhardt was in there and all that.
Yeah, I think there was about 25 drivers in that picture, right?
Yeah, I have a couple of the posters, and then I have it's a wood style clock with the picture in it too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
I've had that stuff for it was my dad's, obviously, and the posters are all wrapped up in tubes. I got many posters. I'm a big Bill Elliott fan. Always was back in the day. So I got a lot of his stuff out there. That stuff is all put up. I haven't brought that stuff out in years and years and years.
Yeah, you know, the prices that are stuff, Joe, bottomed right out. It's just not worth what it used to be. It's just
no.
The market was flooded. The market was just over flooded with stuff, and you know, it just brought the prices down on stuff. But you know what?
To me, it's more of a sentimental. It's more of a sentimental type of thing, and you know, it's almost like some of the. We sit to go back green here too, a Palmer and Company up front. It's almost like some of the die-cast cars. I'm a big drag racing fan, And I'm a big Ford fan. I'll just go ahead and admit I'm more brand loyal than I am kind of driver loyal. Because I was a big Bill Elliott fan, and obviously when he quit, I just kind of just stayed with whatever Ford drivers out there. So I'm a big drag racing fan, but I like John Ford. So when he drove Mustangs for all those years, I have a ton of those. So it's kind of your memorabilia that I look at as more sentimental than anything. But yeah, I do still have a lot of NASCAR stuff. But you're right. I have some of the. I have the Davey Allison card pack that they have. I have one of the Richard Petty card packs, STP packs. So, you know, some of the things back there. You know, those cards way back in the day when they first came out in the '80s. So, back Green Palmer Company.
Yep.
Out front, but you know, we was talking about the memorabilia there. You know, maybe I need to probably just go back and look and then one night do it. I gave some giveaways and stuff like that to drivers. I would actually like to do it maybe for viewers out there. Would be kind of cool because hey, we appreciate the viewers. I mean, y'all come in here, watch your favorite driver, whether it be the family member or a driver out there. Watching and whatnot. So I know we've got a couple of them out there rooting along. And Mike, I don't know if you heard earlier. I know you was out here driving, concentrating. A couple of them out here rooting from Alaska. So that's a first for me here on the channel. Folks watching from Alaska, and I was like, it's got to be cold there. And you got internet in Alaska too, by the way. How does that thing work?
Yeah, he said. The guy there, Justin from Alaska there, said it was about 30s today, but it probably gets pretty cold up there at night.
Well, I was reading the other day, is right now, they're going 3 wide. Oh, wow. Well, Palmer, that was a little scary moment right there because the truck behind him, good heads-up awareness by him, because he could have easily caught the tail corner of that truck, spun him around, and then it ended up having another big one. They did check him up there in the back. Luckily, everybody still got about 2x2. A lot racy up front, but I was watching earlier just real quick, talking about Alaska, that they're in their nighttime thing. They won't see another sunrise, sunset till, I think it said about February 2025.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. That is wild. So, again, appreciate all the viewers out there, man, watching. I know you're watching your favorite driver, and it's not over with. I mean, even with the drivers way back here in the back, we're talking about, guys that might be back here, even 26 and even a little further on back. You see them back there 3 wide. They're not out of it. They're still there in the draft. Anything can happen. But we talked earlier, you just sit back here, you kind of ride patient. I say sit back here and ride, but the way they're racing back here, it's not about as much safe back there as it is up front.
We still got a lot of racing left. We still got 30 some odd, 38, 36 laps left, 35.
Probably gonna have another pit stops, maybe another couple pit stops here, depending on if we got any more cautions or whatnot. So been a good race so far. Justin Ann, that's the man up front there. He's the one I think is from the Alaska.
Yes. Number
Alaska
88.
King. Yep. The Hellman's mayonnaise machine. Well, he's up on the top side there. He's got Dada coming to the inside. Campbell's along with him, and you see him already. And this is what I was talking about right here. Exciting for us to watch, but I really, even though drafting-wise they are off of each other, and I still go back to that, I call that kind of textbook style drafting early on in a race, they are still being awful aggressive, man, when it comes to passing and stuff, because real easy to get up there and actually kind of clip somebody in the rear quarter, and then you kind of just send them around. Next thing you know, you got the big one.
Yep.
Like the inside lane, going to get a little run.
It might be settling down a little bit here.
Yeah, I mean, once you have a couple of those wrecks up front, we talk about it. At some point you got to say, okay, my mindset is I got to be settled here. I want to be up front. If I want to be up front, then I got to hope the guy behind me wants to be calm too, and he doesn't go over aggressive. It's almost like a group session. Everybody's got to be in line. So far, Dada out front. Campbell's there. Let's say it right. Rodney Ayers. right there in third. Still can't get Justin last. I just call him Ann. He looks like he's got the outside lane coming on pretty strong. Got Willis,
Yeah.
Rapp, Palmer, Aper, Miller, Allwit and Taylor back there around 10th place spot. You know, you was talking about that 5th place spot. This is what I was talking about. You can come down the line. Right now, it's, you know, Rodney's got it. But that could change really quick.
Oh, about a quarter of a lap, that'll change.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we just talked about it. There you go. Dale Rapp just got it. So just like that,
Yep.
it can change in a heartbeat. You just never know. Next thing you know, you're right there in 5th, and then boom, you lose a couple spots. Meanwhile, still stacked up 2 by 2. Looks like a little bit of a third lane's trying to form up there, but
They're trying. They're trying. They got looks like 4 trucks up there right now, but
we'll need a little bit of help to get up there. Now you got the 74 tough, and I just don't know. I want to get your insight on this one here, Mike. I just my personal here, why? It would be my question. Why would you want to go 3 wide now? I just don't. This early in the race, you know, because it is a real risk to take it 3 wide. Real risk.
It is, and you know the big thing is, Joe. You get up there in that top lane like that, you gotta have some guys that can keep it up there, hold it up there.
Right.
And you know, because one little mishap, and you know you're gonna maybe bounce off the wall or bounce off that middle lane. You know?
Yeah. True. Yeah, I mean, you know, I will give Iracing credit. They have really done. They have, you know, I think it's been about a year now with the update. The side drafting, they have done an outstanding job on replicating the side drafting in real life here on plate racing, and you know, it has transferred really well. But what you just mentioned right there too, Mike, it's a risk versus reward. We see it in real racing. You get up there and try to side draft, you just said it. You could easily bounce off that guy. And when you're up there, there's not much room. You can bounce off that guy on the inside. You bounce off the wall, and it's like a ping pong ball effect. Boom, boom, boom. And here they go, 3 wide, very top shot here. And again, I just say this right here, and there you go.
Oh, there we go.
Bounced it. Yep, exactly what we were just talking about. I mean, exactly.
Looked like a bad push up front there, Joe. We'll have to see what you see in the replay.
We'll go back. The 03 looked like it kind of started around his area. We'll kind of go up here and a bit of blinking right there, but you see him 3 wide. The 25 machine jumped all the way up to the top. Might have kind of bottlenecked the run a little bit here, but we're going to watch it real quick. You see it right there. Oh, yeah, a little bump drive from the back, and it shot the 16 down into the 3, and then nothing he could do. And then from there, I said it. Once that happens with them 3 wide, nowhere to go on this track unless you can just get lucky and go all the way down. Several trucks are going to get involved with this one. See them right there.
Jesus, it looked like it was back quite a ways there, too, right?
Oh, yeah.
I thought that happened up front there, Joe, but it looked like it was back about around 10th place or so.
Well, it was up front, but up front is actually 10th place.
Yeah.
It was right there.
That's true.
Right there, that 03. And we're watching a replay here again. And you see the 16 on the outside of him there. The 74's right behind him. The 03, which is like what you said. Yeah, you're 3, 6, 9, 12. So around 12th place spot, but it is up front, unfortunately. Yeah, it just looks like the 74 got a little in the 16. He got wiggly, dropped right down, got in the side of the 03. Unfortunately, there's kind of a chain reaction. And we talked about it, and I just said, why. Go back, aggressiveness. I get it. 2 laps, 1 lap to go. Sure, hey, go for it. All fair and love and racing at that point. But we're sitting at like lap 71. We still got quite a bit to go, especially on a plate track. Maybe if it was on a 1.5 mile, we might start saying, okay, look, it's getting down to nitty gritty. But on a plate track, that's a huge margin to come through. But I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like it took out a lot of trucks there.
Yeah, we'll have to see which ones got some good fast fixes left, which ones don't. A lot of them on pit road, folks. Under caution here. We got this turned down for what here tonight? Thanksgiving special race. We're going to step away, take a quick commercial break. Be right back in a few.
Hi, I'm Blaine Smith, the Executive Director of Team Red, White, and Blue, and I want to take a minute just to welcome you on board and let you know that we're proud to have you as a new member of our team. This short video is a way for us to give you an idea of what you can expect from your experience at Team Red, White, and Blue, and also what we expect from you in return. Something that's really, really important to the fabric of our organization is our Eagle ethos. It's just 6 words, but they mean a lot to us, and they guide us in all we do. Those 6 words, passion, positivity, people, commitment, camaraderie, and community, are more than just organizational values. They're what we're all about and what we strive to work for in all of our programs and in every single one of our interactions. The next thing I want you to know is that we are an inclusive organization by design. We're open to veterans of all eras, of all ages, branches of service, combat experience, as well as active duty service members, their families, their friends, and just supportive members of the community that come out and take part in our mission. Every single person is important to what we do. All are welcome, and we look forward to seeing you all out there.
And then if you want to, just a little bit about how the foundation helped you.
You know, I was in a pretty serious deal, as most people know about. It's pretty tough deal, very traumatic for my family. A lot of stuff that we went through that people would never understand. Without the assistance from the Steve King Foundation and several other donors as well, we could have come out of that thing in financial ruin. But it just takes a lot out of your family just to go through rehabilitation, all the medical bills. There's so many hidden expenses and stuff that you would never know about until you actually get involved in something like that. And and even if you help somebody out with 500 or 1,000 or 100, whatever it is, it means a ton to the person, just to be able to live and to get through these things. It takes an ungodly amount of money, time, effort, patience, with the families, the doctors, to be able to get through a traumatic experience. And, with the Steve King Foundation, it makes everything a lot better.
There's an immeasurable bond that forms when you join the service. You'll do anything to protect and defend those at your side, and pushing the limits of your well-being is all just part of the job. But when this shared experience ends, it's easy to carry that mission-first mindset with you and neglect your own health and mental fitness. Team Red, White, and Blue understands these challenges and knows that together we can show veterans that their best days are ahead by providing opportunities to build healthier lifestyles right where they live and work. Through races, service projects, workouts, and a cutting-edge mobile app, our members develop a sense of camaraderie and mutual support. With a growing force of over 200,000 strong, we invite all veterans, families, and non-military supporters to start putting their well-being first. Team Red, White, and Blue is forging America's leading health and wellness community. Will you join the team?
All right, we're back here, folks. Got back green and out front, you see Taylor and company. So clean start for everybody so far. A little bit of 2x2 action. A little bit of a big one there early on. You'll see him storming up our Timothy Groff. I know he's got a fan club out there. They've been yelling at him all night long. But hey, where's the Timothy crowd at? He's been hanging out in the back all night long, Mike, and I saw a truck back there actually blinking and blinked out really bad and hit the wall. But Tim's been out in the back all night long. I talked about some guys with that strategy. And then later on in the race, they might end up coming up to the front. Maybe now he's like, you know what? Maybe some of these guys will calm down up here enough. He's probably telling that, and he needs to tell that 95 behind him, hey, calm down. I would, if I was Tim at this point, and we just talked about that, I'd be like, fine, hit me on the back stretch right now. Just push, push, push. But as soon as I head off into that turn, back off. And he's not, that's just, I would not feel comfortable this early on to have someone pushing me like that in the turn. Now, last lap, hey, put that thing in my radiator.
Yeah, that's right.
But I would not want them doing it right now because, you know, just as much as I know on here, Mike, it only takes one little slip off to the side corner, just like there. You see how the trucks kind of wiggle a little bit. And one little wrong bump to the corner, and it's going to send Tim right around, and we're going to have that big one. I mean, now coming down here, you square him up. Boom. Actually, we'll ride behind him. Actually, that is, who's that actually behind him?
It's Justin behind Crop.
Is it Justin?
I think so.
Nah, it's actually, it's, Napier. I'm going to say it's Napier. What's his name?
Me Lehman?
Wesley. Wesley down there.
Okay.
Yep. And we're riding here along with him on the inside just to show. I mean, on those straights right there, yeah, you square up with him a little bit. Kind of back off going in that turn. And Wesley's got a little bit of damage on the hood of that truck. Now, as long as he stays tucked up, right behind Timothy, it won't be so bad. It's when he gets out there by himself is when he'll really feel that truck a little bit. I mean, right now they're doing pretty good.
They're not doing too bad, are they?
Yeah, three wide again up front though. It went back at
that upper lane. That upper lane's trying to make a stance here. So
what did we say? They didn't learn the first time.
Yeah. You said earlier there about the side draft and that and hats up. Like you said, Joe, really hats off to iRacing for trying to make this as close to the real thing as possible because,
I think Tim,
I
think now this is smart. I'm really sorry about that, Mike, but I think it's smart. Tim says, you know what? He backed out of that and just said, I'm dropping back. You can have at it, guys. Yep. To me, that's a smart move. If I would feel the same way. If they're going to go three wide this early, I'm going back to the back again. Yeah.
But they got a pretty good line up the top there, that third line there. So.
Yeah, they do. We'll see, man. But remember, we just talked about the bump drafting in that turn. You see the guys doing it. And, hey, folks, again, we go back. Me and Mike was up here talking. It's a thriller to watch us here because it's 3x3x3 stacked up, nose to tail all the way back. I mean, for us to watch, this is awesome. Man, to see it, as long as they can stay there, it looks awesome. But it is nerve-wracking as a driver because these guys are being very over-the-top aggressive, especially for being with 22 laps to go here in a race, which is still a long time for a plate race. And we see it up front, Taylor, Witt Company, right along with them.
Taylor's been there through this whole race.
He has. He's one of those. He's like, and I've noticed about him. He's sitting there going, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm gonna stay out front. And some guys like that. Some guys just want to be out front. That's where they want to stay. We talked about that strategy mentality. Do you drop back? Some do. We saw it right there with Timothy. Timothy dropped all the way back to the back. He said, have at it as soon as they went three wide. But some guys are like, hey, look, I'm going to stay up front here. I was always wanting to hang out in the back kind of guy.
Yeah. Him too sometimes. It depends sometimes on the amount of vehicles because,
Absolutely. Right now, you see him out front. Taylor, he gets a good push. And the 25 comes up in there. That's Chapman.
Got Paul Witt on the outside there really trying to make something happen, too.
Yeah, he's got the 99 up there, man, of Chapel, along with him. We were watching earlier. I was watching the 99. There was another one up there too. I have to go back and find out who it was, but they had it's the Pizza and Wings podcast. I found them on YouTube. I told everybody go subscribe. No Doc Hollywood out here. Holiday. Here's Doc, by the way. Yeah, let's see where he's been at. Heard much from him. He's back at 27, so he's still out here riding. Too bad. Go check him out on Twitch. He might be out there yelling what's over with. Oh, truck around.
Yellow flag.
Yeah. 25 backed out there. It was a big checkup, it looked like.
Ouch. Okay, let's, we can't go back here and figure out maybe. We know Joshua was part of it, but he's way back here in the back. Right? That's not him.
35.
35?
Yeah.
It's not telling me on my screen over here who it was. Oh,
I think it was Jacob Palmer, maybe?
Go back here, find the 35 really.
I think Jacob Palmer.
Jacob Palmer? 29 machine. Okay, let's go back and watch him and see what's up front. They're 3 wide there, folks. Gonna watch here with Jacob. The looks like the 41 got up in the wall a little bit there. You see Jacob coming through the middle there. Got a good run. They're off down the back stretch. Watching that 28 machine right there. Keep your eye on it. He goes down low, little check up, and then just kind of a little check up, and he got in the back of the 35 machine. Just up front, just kind of an accordion effect there. Nothing you can do.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, just we go back to that just being aggressive, and then the 9 machine, I don't kind of know. Could have just kind of let off the gas there, and instead he was push.
I wonder if they're all going to take some tires here, maybe, or just fuel.
We'll see. If they're going to take tires, well, I don't know how much tires they've taken. Maybe 2, yeah. We're watching here with Justin. Justin looks like he's just going to take fuel only. He just took fuel only. It looks like with a lot of them, it just took fuel only.
Yeah.
6-7 second pit stops. Normally, if it's around that 10-11 second, it's usually a two tire with fuel. Anything 14 up, it's 4 tires from that point. Which
a lot of times you can run 100 laps without changing your tires at all here. So
here you can. We talk about pit strategies a lot in a lot of different races. I do. But when it comes to plate racing, I will say that is one thing that is obviously different from my racing than it is real racing. Real racing, you better change some tires. It does matter in real racing. iRacing, for some reason, though, you can get away with it here. They don't chew the tires up as bad. Maybe on open setups, it might matter a little bit, all depending on how you have your truck set up, et cetera, et cetera. But for the fixed style setup, no. You can, like I said, we can get away with the 2-tire stops. You can get away with a 2-tire stop each time. Now, if it's a caution, obviously, sure. Why not come in if you've got the tires, put 4 tires on and go? Because, again, another thing I bring up a lot in other races is track position. Some tracks, and a lot of them on iRacing, track position trumps new tires. Because if you can get a big enough lead, you're just going to run out of time running a guy down. Here, man, I've seen guys win from the front, middle, back, 2 laps down on pit road. So I've seen it all on the plate tracks.
Yep.
So I go back to really track position doesn't matter a lot. The qualifying is, to me, at this track is more bragging rights than anything. Hey, look, I put it on pole. Woo.
You're absolutely right.
Because in real racing, you know this, Mike, and a lot of guys that watch racing, Daytona Talladega has produced more first-time winners. It also has produced, I think, probably more one-time winners, than any tracks out there. So to come out here and take away from any of these drivers and say, look, you're just not that good, it's just a product of this racing. that is, you got to have some luck here to get out front.
You do have to have some luck. You do.
I mean, even the real racers say that in real life, you know, and they're the pros and some of the best. But they'll say when it comes to plate racing, man, you right place, right time sometimes. Obviously avoiding the big one out there in wrecks, but getting there in the right place and right time. So lights off on the pace truck, going back.
A lot of times you have a lot of lead changes on these super speedways too.
Oh, absolutely. You know, that's one thing I wish. I think SDK or some of these. There is no way for me to tell how many lead changes. I wish there was a way that I could.
That'd be kind of nice to have something like that.
I have a bunch of telemetry over here. Like I can tell you the gaps, last lap, best lap, speed, time. I can tell you now the pit times are something I love explaining to people. Obviously, we as viewers and what we talk about pit stops, what their pit stop is, how long it takes them to actually do it. But there is another time that is involved. It's actual total pit time, which is the time it takes for them to get on pit road, do their pit stop, and then get off pit road, which a lot of times when we talk about pit stops, you might say, okay, well, that guy had a 14-second pit stop, and the other guy behind him had a 14.5. Well, the 14-second guy is faster. Not necessarily, because if you don't get on and off pit road, I've seen it many times, that's where they can lose a lot of time at, too. So having that telemetry is kind of cool, too. Pace truck's in, we're going back green.
Oh, we got Duda down there on the inside with Cole Snyder and 24 there. Cole's a pretty good super speedway driver. Good pusher.
Well, let's see how well he wants to stay down there on the bottom. See Justin still up top there along with it. Dotted there. You got Chapel, Snyder, and
nice
company.
Launch.
Yeah, they did.
It's one thing too here when if you get that launch and you get way out too front with these, you're a sitting duck when everybody gets up to speed.
They don't come right by you.
They just blast by you.
And you know what? We talk about that when you come up on a truck like, especially like with that 19 machine there. He had a little bit of gap. Sometimes it's better for you if you do close that gap in to hook up to the back tailgate of the guy in front of you. Don't try it. A lot of time the instinct is almost just going to try to run right by him. Well, it's better to maybe just hook up with him and then sit there and then get a run, get some help, and get up to the run. As you see, a little checkup up front there by Jim.
A little bit.
Ooh.
We got Justin pulling that. Yeah, we got Justin pulling that second.
With about 16, 14 laps here to go, now you start thinking about, okay, who do I got to work with? What position do I got to put myself in to come to the front? Still a little bit too early, I feel, to be overly aggressive, but you want to be mindful of, okay, can I get myself, let's say if I'm back here in the 16 where Chapman is, and back here in 16, 17 spot, can I get myself back up front? And there we go.
We got
boom.
Big Rock.
The yellow flag is out.
Yeah, we do. Got trucks everywhere. Ow.
That was a tough one right there.
Yeah, let's go and see if we can't decipher what happened. It happened up front.
Yeah.
Like a little check up there. Oh, the 94. Josh Osborne was up front there. Trying to see.
Yeah, you can't really. Yeah.
I think it happened a little further up there.
Yeah, it's tough to tell. Over here.
Oh! 053 got clipped. That was Dada. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go watch it one more time here. Okay, we'll watch here. Dada up front. I say Dada. I guess that's how you say it. They told me when I was doing it on Saturday. So, Dada.
Yeah, Dada. Jim. Mr. Dada.
So you see the 19 drop down in front of him right there, and then you see him he's drafting the 24 there. Got him. Well, actually, it happened behind him, but then Actually, 2 different wrecks. So the wreck started behind them, and then I think they were trying to check up, and then the 24 just kind of got a hook on him, and Jim went up into the 99. But actually, it actually started right behind. You saw him right there.
Yeah.
So I don't know who was behind.
Oh yeah.
Who was behind him?
It looks like the Cole Snyder 24 just had a little bit too much speed coming up. Yeah, he's coming up to that Jim Duda there.
Well, I want to see. Let's see what happened behind him too. The 84. Okay, so let's see. Kleins. All right, let's go back here and we'll watch one more time. I'm trying to just decipher all this out here for you folks. Y'all see, everybody wants to see wrecks. Drivers don't want to see the wrecks, but everybody wants to see them online.
Oh yeah, but the 84.
Yeah, the 84 and the 52 machine right there. You see it. You see the little checkup right there with the 19.
Yep.
And then the 84, he's up on the top side. He gets he just got a little bump draft, kind of accordion. From there, got slung up into the wall, and then it's just a chain reaction from there. It's chaos and mayhem on the track. Nothing you can do from that point on. A lot of trucks tore up. That's going to thin the herd.
You know, I tell you, iRacing has everything except red flags. You know, they can't red flag a race.
Hallelujah. We'd be here all night.
No kidding, right?
That's about like that. But they do have the rain, and now I've not done a race, which obviously in road racing doesn't matter. They keep going, but
yeah.
I mean, we might have to just say, look, we got to call the race. They're gonna throw rain out here. So.
Yeah, right. Well, this is going to be pretty interesting here.
Well, they all pitted on lap 82. From what I've seen all night long, they could probably go the distance.
Yeah.
As far as fuel, tires wise goes, because we've seen them go 20, 21 laps round about that area, so they'd only have to do about 18 laps. A green-white checkered with the 3 attempts might be the only Achilles heel there. But I got a feeling if you get a caution with less than 5 and you know it's going to be green-white checkered, I got a feeling everybody's coming on pit road at that point.
Yeah, I mean, I think I would,
Yeah, I mean, well, I would say somebody in the back might gamble, but, you do have some guys way back in the back that pitted lap 87, so they might be the ones that gamble and might stay out. But for the most part, I mean, you got 20-some drivers out there that pitted around 82, 83, lap 82, 83. I don't feel like if a green-white checker was to happen, let's say a caution comes out, which is all possibility, with less than 5 to go, we know we're going green-white checker to attempt 1. I think then you would see all these guys jump on pit road. Maybe. I say maybe because you still could probably make 1 attempt. If 2 attempts, though, I guarantee you they're coming on pit road.
Yeah, I see that 19 up there, Brian Huntley.
Yeah.
We're going to
11
see. He's
spots. Actually 31 spots.
Behind him.
Charger.
Yeah, he was in the back quite a ways there for a while, and he's up here in front. He's going to battle Justin here. He's got Duda and Cole Snyder behind the first and second place there. So we got Dale Rapp.
To see some hard Chargers here on a plate track. I mean, you've got Rapp up 11 there, Lehman up 12. Haas there, he's in 8th up 27. We just talked about Huntley up 31. Lights off on the pace truck, dropping off on pit road. We're going back green. Thanksgiving race here tonight, but the turn down for what? It has definitely been there. I can turn down the heat on the track here tonight. They have had that thing turned up max here so far. When we get going green, going to be 11 here left.
Good launch Justin got there.
He did. Out
Cole
front.
Snyder jumping behind him.
Another area I talk about a lot too is what lane do you like? I like the outside lane, and the reasoning being why I like the outside lane a lot is I don't know if I can get a good shot of it or not here, but let's go on board here with Snyder. And Mike, you might understand what I'm talking about if you're new out there and haven't drove these, you won't. But you see how right now we're on board with Snyder here. You can see how when he closes up, all he sees is the back end of that truck and that big wing on the back. But when you're on the outside going into the turns, you could see up ahead, you can see the kind of, you'd call it apex, or you can see the line or the apron of the track up top. Let me see if I can't get a good shot of somebody that might be down low though. Like Dada. You see where Dada is? All he sees, if he is closed up on the back end there of that truck, he can't see that inside going into that turn. The problem with that is he could actually clip that apron, and you know when you do that, it can upset that truck.
There you go.
So that's the one reason why I always prefer the outside lane over the inside lane. I mean, you can see it perfect there. If he stays a little bit off that truck in front of him, yeah, he can see it. But if he's closed up, drafting hard, he's not going to see it going in. So that's kind of something I talk about sometimes in draft racing. I just prefer the outside lane a little bit better, just because I think it's a little safer. But I will say I think the inside lane is a lot of times faster. As we're back 3 wide again.
Yeah, they are neck and neck. We got you got Justin, Cole Snyder, Nate Lehman, and Dale Rapp up on that high side.
Do. Yeah, third lane trying to form up there in the back. The Havoline machine there. Can't really see the number on the back end of it, but like what you said, it's Huntley.
I don't think they're going to have nothing.
You think they're going to lose the momentum? They got about 4 trucks. They're going to need a little bit more. They got a little help now. The 74 and the 3 jumped up there with them. I think they're still going to need that. They're going to have to close it up. They're going to tighten it up a little bit if they want to get up there because they're really tight on the front. Oh, well, now they got a lot of help.
We got Dale Rapp jumping
there.
to the top. Let's see what happens here. They got a lot of cars. They're pretty even here, Joe.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It'll be a nail biter here again. Less than 10 to go here. 8 to go here, too. You got that high lane coming to life. Dale Rapp's trying to pull it. Freight train in the middle, the bottom, and the top. That's Huntley out front along with it with Justin. Or are they going to be able to survive to the end, or going to end up junking?
Dale Rapp pulling to the lead there, that high line. See if he's going to drop down and block or not. I think that middle lane is just so strong. That 88 with the 24 behind him, they're strong.
Yeah, they got a little run on him there. He just lost a little momentum on the top side. Dale did. Definitely going to need some help from behind. That's kind of just a product of that outside lane. You see the middle there going pretty good. Inside lane's holding strong.
We got
Remember
Justin.
we was talking about earlier that 5th place? Well, at this rate, you just never know who's going to be 5th place. That could change within a second.
Brian Huntley there in the 19's holding on strong, though.
He is looking good. He's got a good pusher out front, or right there behind him, too. You see Justin, Brian, Cole, Dada, Rapp. Still with the 3 wide up top, though. I mean, Dale's holding strong. I mean, he's got a lane up there. Wait a minute. Oh,
big save, big save. Oh,
yeah, no save. Ouch.
Jeez. Oh, we got one airborne there. We had one 24. Airborne.
Wow. Well, we were sitting there watching that one as it happened.
No, right?
Wow. Let's go back here and we'll watch it one more time. Just unfortunate there. That's just, we were talking about it before. Risk versus reward on that 3 wide again. Get a little bit of pushing and shoving in the turns. But let's watch from here from Cole's standpoint and kind of see.
What? Cole, he went right up on his side and come back. He's lucky he didn't barrel roll.
Don't know. He kind of lost it up there on the front. And Cole paid the price, the 88. Yeah, well, 24 minutes he was able to hang on and get down there. But watch one more time. Quite sure happened. Why? I want to watch. I'm gonna watch on board here with Cole. I don't think he bumped the back end of the truck in front. I don't know, but we're gonna watch on top here. This is gonna give us a. This will give us a
It
definitive.
looked like a little bit of neck code.
Yeah, I just see it right there. Perfect shot. You saw it, folks. And then we're riding on board with Snyder as he goes way up in the sky. But yeah, that was a perfect. I don't know if you ride on the nose of Snyder, it shows you a perfect shot of what happened to the 88 right there. And in return, basically it came down. He would have caught the rear quarter of him anyways, and kind of almost got him sideways. Plate racing, close quarters right there. Yeah, just oh man.
Yeah, try to pull.
Nothing you can do. Need a 24 go up on his lid. Oh, didn't get slammed in the door. Ouch.
You see the way Justin his truck shoots. It's.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, we always talk about. It was a net code type of thing, which,
yeah.
In a nutshell, if we take the net code out of the equation, which a lot of times I do, unless it's just really, really, really bad.
Yes.
He would have got caught in the rear quarter. And it would have sent him up there, like pretty much what happened right there, anyways. And that's just close quarter draft racing. I mean, just not a lot you can do in that situation. But this should put us into a green-white checker.
We got big decisions here, right?
Well,
we got to see what Huntley does out here in front here. That 19.
I think he's staying out at this point.
Stay out. I think he's staying out too.
Yeah, you got a lot of guys behind him that's staying out. I mean, you got, Dada right there, Haas, Miller, Lehman, Galgan, Taylor. A lot of those guys I talked about at Pit in lap 82. I know I mentioned before that if it was a green-white checker, you might see them come in. If two green-white checkers happen, if they go to the second one, yes, they probably will come in at that point. Yeah. Guys that might be safe, Palmer. He put it at lap 87. I think he could go to green-white checkers before he'd have to come in.
Oh, yeah, I'd say so. I tell you can't count out that 14 and Nate Lehman either. He's a great super speedway racer. So let's not count him out. He's right there behind Duda, I believe, right?
Yeah. Behind. Yeah. Looks like he might be. Let's see what happens when they line up.
Behind Miller. Going to be behind Miller.
Talk about a lot too of where you want to be at on a restart like this. One place I don't want to be. I don't want to be the leader. I'm not saying you can't win from being the leader. I've seen it many times, but your chances or percentage of being out front. I always look around about that third or fourth place spot. That to me is kind of one of those. Yeah, that's kind of the good spot, I think.
Right, and you gotta hope that guy behind you, Joe, when you get ready to pull out, you gotta hope that guy behind you can read your mind. Yeah. And he comes with you. Well,
and I also bring this up a lot too when they're side by side. Like where the 03 machine is right now, which is Haas. He's going to be stuck behind that 19 there of Huntley. If they're side by side. The 03 machine has nowhere to go. He can't go low because he can't cross the yellow line. He can't go high because he's got trucks on his outside there. Unlike the outside, which I'll get to there in a minute. So he's stuck. So we're coming out of turn 3 and 4, the final lap. There's nothing he can do other than say, hey, Huntley, I'm going to push you, because unless he gets clear, he can't jump to the outside or anything. So that's the only time I say that inside lane that you're kind of stuck. Unlike, we're looking up there on the top side where you see Dada, who's on the outside, and you see Mike Miller, who's going to be behind him. Unlike him, who actually does have a third lane to go to. So that's the only time I say you're kind of stuck being on that inside lane, is if it ends up being, side by side, door to door.
Yep. Well, this is going to be pretty exciting finish, I think, here, Joe.
It'll be green-white checkered attempt. Well, I thought it was going to be attempt 1, but it doesn't look like it's going to be because the light's off on the pace truck. Well, actually, no, not green-white checkered. This is not a official one. But we still could end this thing under regular Sanction Racing. Pace trucks in. Here we go. Gonna line them up 2 by 2. And like what you just mentioned there, Mike, you don't want to get too much of a jump out front because that'd be kind of a death sentence. They're going to run right by you. Want to stay kind of, lined up a little bit here. That's what Brian and Jim want to do up front. Coming to the line, got to travel past that tri-oval. The biggest thing between Talladega and Daytona, the start-finish line is in the middle of the tri-oval. Here it's past the tri-oval, but a little bit of a checking up there. Guys get a little squirrely. Back green. And they are pushing up front, heavy.
Dude, coming up the outside.
We've got 3 wide behind them too, though. They are locked up horns too. You see the one truck bench falling off the pace on the back there. That's the 39 there, unfortunately. Cole Witt got a truck around in the back. Just saw it pop up on my screen there, but we're still green. Meanwhile, up front, Huntley's got it on lockdown. See the 03 machine right there? He just kind of meet in the middle of a sandwich. Can't do anything. Get knocked around a little bit. No, this is not what you want.
No. He's a sitting duck in the center there.
Yeah, no help and ping-ponging.
Oh,
this is... Hang on to it, guys. Yeah, this is a wreck waiting to happen.
Jeez.
Wow. How he saved that truck. I say how he saved the truck. It ain't saved yet, but it...
Yeah.
Oh, man.
There they go. They're going to freight train Huntley.
Yeah, they are.
3 wide. 3 wide for the lead.
Taylor.
Look at it.
Oh, there they go.
Big wreck.
Big wreck.
Jim
yeah.
Duda up in the air.
Oh, and the 3's around too. Boom.
Oh.
Another wreck.
Huge.
Caution's going to be out here. We're going to go back and look at this one, man, because kind of 2 little incidents here. We were riding along there with the 03. But, folks, watch Jim Dada right here. And you see him, man, just ping-ponging back and forth. I said wreck waiting to happen, and, excuse me, sure enough, it was, and you can see the 03 just right there trying to side draft, but just a little bit of beating, and he caught the rear end. Jim went for a ride, boom, he's upside down.
They were beating and banging there, Joe.
Where's the 03? Yeah, they were. The 03. Let's go back on him again, and we're going to watch him one more time, because after Jim went flying, then I thought the 03 was going to make it, but unfortunately went down to the bottom. So we'll watch it one more time up here. Now we'll get official green-white checkered here tonight. You see them right there, kind of bouncing off each other. Unfortunately, Jim got hooked just a little bit.
I wonder if old Jim's going to have to change his shorts after that ride there, Joe.
Who knows? He got up, and then, the 94, man, was down on the apron, just came up, got in 03, slams the wall hard. Unfortunately, came back down in a couple of the other trucks, but, man, big wreck here, big wreck. Okay. All right, this will put us in the official green one.
You see who's going to be up front?
Per lane. Aaron says one truck
who's
per
gonna
lane.
Be up. Who's going to be up front there now? You see Josh Taylor up there in that too.
Josh is going to be the man up front right now.
He got Nate Lehman right behind him, who I talked about it there a little bit ago.
One truck per lane. I mean, Talladega can fit four wide. Do I say do it? No.
no. That's a hairy situation when you go 4 wide. But you know what? When you come to the green, there's been some pretty spectacular finishes 4 wide across that line.
Yeah, real racing all the way. We've seen them all along here. So, all right. Well, Taylor, he's been up front pretty much all race long.
Yep.
And this right here is going to put him in the green-white checkered attempt number 1. We will have 3 attempts at this, and here's how that works if you're new to racing or new to iRacing or whatnot. Green-white checkered, they will go green. If a caution flies before they take the white flag, then we will have another attempt. If they make it to the white flag, the race is official at that point, it won't matter if the whole field wipes themselves out. It'll be whoever makes it to the finish line, or I guess scoring at that point. I've never really had that ever happen, but if they do have to go again, if a caution comes out before they make it to the white flag, we'll have another attempt. Same rules apply in attempt number 2. If they don't make it to the white flag and a caution comes out, we go attempt number 3, which will be the last one. But the only difference this time on the very last attempt is if the caution comes out before they make it to the white flag, the race is officially done, and whoever was out front wins it at that point. So that's the only way the race could end under a caution, if they go to the third and final attempt on a green-white checker. So it kind of helps out everybody out there. If you're kind of new to racing or new to iRacing, appreciate everybody tuning in. Gonna be interesting. Been a good night so far.
We got a pretty stout front row right here, Joe. We got Nate Lehman there and Taylor there. Boy, it's gonna be
Still anybody.
yeah, Huntley. We got Huntley and Miller right there in third and fourth, right?
Oh yeah, and it's still anybody's race.
It's anybody's race. You can't count out that 5th place driver because
Absolutely not.
you got another one sitting back there in 6th place, Joe. Evan Knapp. Very, very good super speedway racer also. So, you know, you got like you said, we got quite a few trucks on the field still, and boy, we got 2 laps left here, or whatever, 3 laps left with the. It could be anybody's race, but we'll see how they get out front here.
Final laps here tonight. All to be a set one here.
Who are you picking for the finish here, Joe?
Whew. Like I was saying earlier, I like right now. You know, I know Josh has been up front, and if he gets a good push, yes. But I kind of like where, you know, maybe Miller, Tab is sitting at.
Yeah.
You know, round about that area. You know, it's not 100%. It's not given because it's play track racing. Anything can happen at this point.
Yeah.
Like you said, we could have a guy come to place up front, and we might not be done with the cautions either. But I still feel like I kind of like right around. I'm gonna say that outside lane with the 63 might be where Kanab.
Got to have that guy behind him to push him to the front, though.
Yeah. That's the thing too. And do you have a teammate? You know, hey, look, we haven't talked much about teams. I don't know if there are teams out here, but you know, this is a team style race. If you've got a helper out there, we'll see. Pace trucks in. Here we go. Green white checkered attempt number 1 here tonight. We got this turned down for what? Thanksgiving race here at Talladega, and now that's what you don't want to do. The two there, Josh Taylor, he did not want to do that. I mean, he's going to get down on the bottom, but that's going to leave that outside lane. I mean, maybe it was smart on his end to do that, but he's going to throw the block.
We got Nate Lehman and
yeah, I think Taylor right there just kind of got a little bit rambunctious out front there. I mean, it didn't hurt him too bad. He's still up there in the front. But you see Miller right there behind him, pushing. I mean, at this point now, it's a pushing game. You know, forget about that textbook draft and stuff. It's go time.
We got Huntley right. We got Huntley right there again too.
No, got a truck off spinning.
There's one.
Oh, he stays off the apron. We might get to the white flag. If we get the white flag, it's over. This one's going to be official. One more time here tonight. Thanksgiving race to reckon in the back. But up front, it's all Josh Taylor. Can he hang on to it? Does the 19 machine of Huntley stay with him? Does the outside lane get going? And here comes the outside. One more time down the back stretch. Boy, it's going to be interesting. Who's got the muscle here to be able to put this is what I'm talking about, that 19. He's just pretty much right now telling Taylor, you better hang on because I'm going to push you for dear life. because I can't go high, I can't go low. I'm pushing for everything. At outside lane, he needs that guy behind him to push him, and he's not doing it. The outside lane didn't get any help. They're wrecking.
Oh,
Josh Taylor's
good
going to pull this thing off.
Josh Taylor.
Yep. And I got to look back at that because the outside lane probably could have got up there and done something, but the like what I said there, the 19, hats off to him. They said the 19. Josh Taylor won that one. Didn't pass him, did he?
No.
Oh, but Hicker's saying otherwise. But let's go back and watch him one more time.
Oh, no. Huntley did get him, I think.
That's what it's showing, but we're going to go back and see my angle. I didn't see him cross the line, but we'll watch him one more time here coming out of turn 3. It's him beating and banging. Yeah, the outside lane, they just didn't form up just like the inside is. You needed to push. You needed that push. Him wrecking back there in the back. Huntley jumps to the outside. It would have had to been a drag race to the line. I'm going to stop it as soon as they get right there just to see if he... Now, I've always said you don't have to pass the guy. You just... No, that was Taylor. For some reason, the ticker flipped it. So, you see it right there. I stopped it for you folks just to show you. Taylor by about 3/4 of a truck. Huntley right there in second. And then Knopf's going to bring her home in third. Not sure why the ticker actually spun it like it did. Maybe it's because it was just actually so close.
Pretty exciting finish right there.
Yes, it was. What's up, Pete? How you doing out there, man? All right, I'll get some of these guys up here. Get a word with them here a little bit. Find them. I'm looking for. Oh, Taylor. I hope everybody enjoyed that one. I am looking. Guys, anywhere in here?
They're all up in the general. They're up above you.
Jacob, Palmer,
Yeah.
Huntley, Taylor, and Knopf is who I'm looking for.
Yeah, that's what
There's
There's
Taylor. Okay, there's Taylor. I see Taylor. He's down there now. I don't. Where's Knopf and Huntley? I didn't see them anywhere in here. But I'll bring up Taylor up here and I'll get a word with him. Taylor, join the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, man, I tell you what. Typical plate style racing there. You got it out front here. You was out front most of the night, but take us through a little bit of how was you feeling, throughout this race, man? Because it was hairy out there.
Yeah, crazy. It was a lot of aggression. I just tried to keep it up front as long as I could. I kind of got stuck back in traffic after I kind of spun out there. And then, I don't know, I kind of got lucky there. I ended up getting the lead right before the caution came out. And then, hats off to the 19 who, pretty much pushed me to the win there. He stuck to my bumper. Yeah, that was crazy. Adrenaline's running pretty hot right now.
I bet so. Like I said, it's typical plate racing. I got to look, anytime you're out front like that on the restarts, I mean, how worried are you with hoping that the guy behind you actually helps you out?
Yeah, well, at first, Nathan, he jumped up to the outside, and I was like, man, I really hope he doesn't get clear, because he's just going to shoot down to the bottom. And I was able to get on his quarter, and then the 19 really shot me back up there, and I thought about moving up to the top, but then I was like, man, you know what, the 19 was giving me some really good pushes. I was like, I'm just going to trust him at this point, and he's just stayed right on my bumper. I don't even think they got to my outside after that, so... hats off to him, honestly. I wouldn't have won this race without that 19.
I'll tell you what, you put in victory lane. You got this thing, man. Look strong tonight. You got anybody you want to thank for the win?
Yeah, shout out to, Mike Campbell, Papa Bear, for putting this on. None of this would be possible without him. I've been racing around him for, I don't even know, 5 to 10 years now. And, such a good dude. So shout out to him for putting all this together. Hopefully we can do this again at some point soon.
There you go, winner tonight, man. Old Taylor there. Looks like we got the man up here, man, that came home and I'm gonna say he came home in third here. Evan Knopf, how you doing tonight?
Doing pretty good. How about you?
Oh, good, man. I tell you what, wild one up there, man. Take us through that final lap. How was you feeling?
Oh man, I'll tell you what. I spent the whole race in what felt like the hornet's nest. It was just absolute chaos from not even lap one, before lap one, right in the initial green flag until the end, and I was just inching my way closer and closer to that lead, and honestly I felt like I just ran out of laps. It was slowly but surely getting up there and just ran out of laps. I was kind of stuck on the bottom there. I was third car in line. I was doing the whole what you're not supposed to do, pushing the pusher, and we were getting going good, and the seas were parting. I just it felt like Josh Taylor. He was up there all night, so he did a good job doing what he needed to do to keep it in front. Honestly, if you would have told me I was going to finish third halfway through the race, I would have taken it, because having to use a fast repair and then getting damage after you use your fast repair, it was seeming like it was going as wrong as it could have. So I'm honestly pretty pumped and shocked I got a third out of that, to be honest with you.
You look strong, like you said. Got up there and got that third place for you tonight. You got anybody you want to thank for it?
Yeah, shout out to Papa Bear Mike Campbell. He put on a hell of an event. This was a big time race, and 40 plus drivers, and everybody's just really excited to do it, and that takes a lot of work to get that together. So shout out to him. Also shout out to my teammates at Heel Turn. Had a little bit of bad luck, but they were always strong out there. Kenny Lind and Andrew Chapman. And shout out to you. I look forward to watching the broadcast back.
Tell you what, man, coming home tonight, third, there's old Evan Knopf. Well, let's bring the man up here, got second. Brian, you waiting to booth, got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Well, you was able to hang on. You were just pushing, man, up front. Was that the game plan, or at any time did you feel like you might have been able to go or had some help maybe to go for the win?
Well, if I had my teammates, to be honest with you, I probably would have shot the middle with all 6 of us, but I was committed to the 2. I seen the 2 there. I'm like, I have no teammates around me, so I'm just going to drill the 2.
Well, what was going through your mind when you saw that chaos, man, unload up there up front?
Oof, I was sitting there. I'm like, I don't like this, and I won't be it. I absolutely do not. But I still finished the race with the quick repair, though, so I kept that in the bag. But yeah, it was intense. That's for sure. 3 by 3 by 3 by 3. Trying to work with the teammates here, figure out where everybody's at. So yeah, Michael Allen was there for a little bit, my old buddy pal.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, man, you look good, look strong, got that second place, man, a little bit there, almost got the win, but good night for you. You got anybody you want to thank?
Oh, absolutely. I want to thank my teammates over in B&R. Well, they race everywhere too. We're all like one big happy family. I'd like to thank Dale Rapp, Anthony Line, Christopher Campbell, Josh Small, my spotter, Kyle Gooden. Who else is it? Highball and Michael and Robert Amaral. And also an honorable mention, Mr. Duda, two-time, brother, two-time.
There we go. Well, I'll tell you what, man, Brian, again, congratulations on that second place.
Absolutely, buddy. It's an honor to be here. It was a great show for sure. 44, and Michael Allen, all of them came to us, said, hey, you want to get in? Like, hell, we'll try it. Why not, right? Get our names out there, and It was fun. Sketchy, but it was fun.
Absolutely. Well, there you go. That's old Brian Hunt bringing it home in third. And just looks like Klein was the one who came up in fifth place, by the way, there, Mike. So we'll make sure we get official.
Yeah, I was just going to ask.
Yeah, it looks like officially it was, I think it's Klein is his last name. Jacob, I believe it is, Klein there. So we'll officially go back and, go look. I know Papa Bear probably ought to tell you that because I know the ticker kind of messed up, but fifth place should have stayed the same, and it was saying Klein. But what a night it was here tonight, man. A man out there, Josh Taylor, bringing it home here for the Thanksgiving race here to Talladega. It was a thriller. I mean, these guys put on a heck of a show here. And folks, we're going to head out. I hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving. Mike, I appreciate you coming up here in the booth, man. And it was a wild
time,
one.
Joe. A lot of fun.
Absolutely. Well, folks, we're going to head out. Everyone have a good Thanksgiving and a safe one. For myself and everyone here with the Turn Down for What, everyone have a good night.